a lot has changed in your life. Fill us in since having your firstborn and with fatherhood.
Yeah, a lot of people on tour have given me advice, a lot of friends, and just a different perspective on life, I think. I'm just enjoying every day. I can stare at a camera, I can stare at my little one just nonstop and kind of forget about what else is going on. I know at the same time, I still have a job to do when I'm out here, and that's what's great, kind of being back. But at the same time, when I'm out there playing, like you're kind of playing a little bit differently. Your mind's in a different spot. I think I'm a lot more positive out there, and hopefully I can kind of just allow my body to relax and go out and play golf and enjoy it again.
Any specific advice that's resonated, maybe players have given you about balancing?
I kind of took it for granted on the sleep thing, and that's a real thing. So I won't push it on my wife that I'm getting some great sleep out here, but it's your body gets used to taking 50-minute naps and learning how to run off that. So
Making your first start back since 2019 at this event, but first time seeing TPC Toronto. Just got done playing the Pro-Am. What are your initial thoughts of the course here?
yeah, it's good. There's a mixture of this golf course. The front nine that I played this morning starts off with a lot of dogleg lefts, and the wind's off the left this week with fairway sloping left to right. So you have to really work your ball. The greens are really soft. They're pretty slow. I think with some rain forecast for the next couple days and with a lot of wind, you have to just be able to control your golf ball with spin. Approach shots are going to be really key. Some high rough, fescue, some bushes come into play really quickly. So you're going to have to be able to play out of the fairway. I think fairway is going to be really important this week. A lot of guys are going to be able to attack a lot of pins out here just because of the softness of the greens. But for the most part, it's going to be like, can you get yourself in the fairway? 'Cause from there, you're going to have a lot of mid-irons to be able to attack some of these pins.
With the newborn, just in the past 2 weeks, what's it been like practice-wise? What have you been able to do, get out on the course leading up to this week?
Not much, which is kind of good. I left PGA Championship uncomfortable in a way. I've been grinding this kind of back injury since the Players. It still hadn't felt that comfortable, so it's nice to take a full reset. And like I said, just focus on other things going on in life. And I think after that, I've just been able to relax a little bit more. There's still a trust factor that I'm looking for, that I'm trying to find this week, I think going into tomorrow and into next week, essentially. But it's a lot better of a swing that I've been putting on, and that's for me a positive thing. I think when the body fully is able to kind of have that last little puzzle piece of fully relaxing, I think the game's going to be exactly how I want. I still feel like I'm hitting great shots when I need to, but just the consistency-wise, I think if I can build that into this week, it'll be a great boost into next week.
We obviously had Ryan Fox in here a little bit earlier, and he was talking about, some players don't like to play before a major, some do. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've had good results both ways. I think it depends how your game's feeling. If you've played the major golf course before, the schedule leading up to it, there's a big mix on what guys like to do, and I think you can do it either way. For me, I look at major championships, and honestly, I don't prep that differently during those weeks. Some guys do, and I think that creates a scheduling conflict with how you playing a different tournament before. Ideally, sometimes you like when the conditions are similar to how you're going to be playing the following week, but it's not always perfect like that. For me, taking 3 weeks off, it's nice to get another rep in, essentially, to kind of see how the game is trending. And like I said, guys find that ebb and flow throughout their games, and sometimes you need a week for it to get there. Sometimes that week at home is that full reset. It all depends what your schedule looks like, I think, coming up to those majors.
And what do you think of the strength of the field this week at TPC Toronto?
Yeah, I think it's great. Look, I haven't been back since 19. I mean, this was my first start ever as a pro, and it's nice to be back. But I think looking at this field this week, I think we've got a great field, a few top 10 players in the world, major champion, winner from Aaron Rye this year. So I think it's great to see, right? I think guys like coming out here, and I've talked about it with a few guys yesterday. At the end of the day, it's still a national open, and I've never been able to win one. I'd love to win one. just because looking back, you can't take away from that history. So watching on TV the last few years, watching the little rink, little hockey rink area, hopefully we can pull off some good shots this week.